Hi, my name is Mark and I teach economics. I'm an economics professor at a local state college. And one of the things is I never finished or I never got my PhD. I have a master's. I went to Wake Forest University undergraduate and Trinity College in Hartford as a graduate school. And I always wanted to do my PhD. The issue was usually, in my case, finances. It costs money, time, and effort. And I went on with my life. I worked in the investment firms and banks, and I eventually went to Poland, and because of my personal interest in the history of Poland, I learned the Polish language. I taught over there. I got married, have a daughter. Life is great. I moved back to the States about 10 years later, and I still don't have this PhD. But at this point in my life, I want to get a PhD, and I've decided to study at the University of Krakow School of Economics. It's a very good school, very high academic standards. In Eastern Europe, I think one of the legacies of communism was a high standard classical education system. So I weighed out studying in the United States versus in Poland. I'm a dual EU American citizen, and hands down, no contest. Just like the price of everything here is so expensive in the States, the price of education is expensive. I know you're saying it's not, but it really is. So I'm going to do my PhD in Poland. And I feel also that this cross-pollination of having two American universities and one European university, it's just a good idea for my brain, but it also looks good. Now, how am I going to do that if I live and work in Florida, St. Augustine, Florida? I'm going to commute. It's cheaper for me to commute back and forth to Poland for my classes. And logistically, it works better. I have a place to stay there. I have family there. I speak the language. Dzień dobry. Than it is for me to go to like University of Florida in, hour and a half drive away. I know it sounds crazy, but it just works out better if you run the math and the economics of it all. So a large part of getting a PhD is research. And in addition to that, publication. And lastly, the dissertation. So a lot of it I can do by commuting. If I spend the summer there, for example, or part of the summer there, and I'm working with the professors, and then I come back here and I go back and forth. So I'm looking forward to it. And I'm going to outline or give you a chronology a little bit of my journey going through getting a PhD dissertation. Here's the brochure, University of Krakow. This one is in English, this brochure. And has a nice campus, has high standards, and I'll detail the application process. I've been talking to my former professors and gathering the information that I need, and I'll start putting together the application. The first part of the application, probably the most important part, is defining the thesis statement, or hopefully my potential thesis statement. And I would like to do it on Knut Wicksell, a Swedish economist. He talked about money and prices and interest rates. And he was fundamental in influencing many people from Keynes to the Austrians. His books are beautifully written, and I've ordered some. And my philosophy for studying, as you know me, is to take the original sources, take the actual books, not some online Wikipedia or Wikipedia summarization. Take these actual books and read the original sources. Sit at the kitchen table, read the sources, document, study, think, meditate on. And you'll have a better understanding than if you ever read it from just some summarized somebody else's opinion. And once I formulate the question, because a thesis can't be a narrative, that's not going to fly. Once I formulate the question, I can prepare about 6 to 10 pages on what my thesis statement will be, and I'll put in my application. So it's the end of April. Wish me luck. And I'll let you know how it's going, and maybe I'll do some study with me, see how I study economics, and I'll also come out with some more videos. Thank you very much.